Okay, folks, gather round because we're diving deep into the land of myth, where the boundaries between reality and sheer absurdity blur more than a TikTok filter. Today, we're talking about the Egyptian Duat. That's right, the underworld where the ancient Egyptians sent their hearts to play a game of last one to get eaten by a monster wins. Sounds like a Netflix horror special, right? Now, Duat isn't your average spooky basement or creepy catacomb. No, honey, it's a vast, complicated realm that's part tourist trap and part existential nightmare. You've got rivers of fire, fields of reeds, and gods making all sorts of snap decisions about your afterlife based on the weight of your heart. Yes, you heard me right. You either go to heaven or get fed to a monster named Ammit, who's basically the ultimate bouncer at the Club of the Dead. Like, can you imagine trying to get into the afterlife and being told, "Sorry, babe, but your heart's weighing a bit too heavy today"? Next. Let's break it down. When you die, your soul travels through all these fabulous obstacles and meets Anubis, the hot jackal-headed god, who's moonlighting as a mortuary god ready to weigh your heart against a feather. Now, if your heart is heavier, well, say goodbye to a cozy afterlife. But here's where it gets spicy. There are so many gods in the mix, and each has their own vibe. You've got Ra, who's out there flying through the sky just to keep things lit and the sun shining. Talk about commitment, am I right? Now, I can't help but think about how much pressure this puts on folks. Imagine showing up in front of Anubis and he's like, "So did you live your best life, or did you just binge watch Netflix all day?" It's like modern day accountability, but with more dramatic flair and less Wi-Fi. And can we talk about the sheer anxiety? The poor Egyptians had enough stress worrying about whether they'd be judged correctly, and then throw in the fact that a goddess could swallow their soul? Girl, no. But here's the kicker. These myths remind us that life is about more than just TikTok fame or Instagram likes. It's about facing the cosmic scales and hoping you've done enough to not get devoured. So next time you're contemplating life choices, just remember, Ammit is waiting and she's hungry for all those regrets you've got stashed away. How would you weigh up in the afterlife? Seriously, let's discuss. Would you pass the feather test, or would you be at the mercy of a very judgmental jackal?